Today's tutorial will be how to create a photo book in iPhoto. So the first thing you want to do is click your iPhoto button on the Mac, and we're going to look at events which are in your library. If you notice at the top of your screen, we're going to go to events. I've chosen to do an iBook on Mountain Adventure. The bottom screen on the iPhoto allows you to do an iBook, an iCalendar, or an iCard. So we're going to double click on the iBook. Once you click the iBook, you will be given the option of a book type, hardcover, softcover, or wirebound. We're going to go ahead and choose the large hardcover, and then you'll have several layouts that you can choose from. Picture books, travel, which is great. You can put maps and text on that. There's all different types of borders that you can use. When you click on each layout, you notice that it gives you an example of the particular layout of the book. All the way down to formal, family album, crayon for kids, so many options. What we're going to choose today is line border. On the lower left, you'll notice there are options and prices. That will actually take you to a website to give you a fuller description of options for the particular books. So I'm going to go ahead and choose, and that'll actually bring up the book. I do have a pop-up here that asks you if you want to later on to choose your own photos or do an autoflow, but we'll talk about that in just a bit, so I'll click OK. Now the book here is loaded and ready to work on. If you notice right now, if you look at the upper left-hand corner, the picture, that'll give you all the pictures that are loaded in that particular event. If I click to the top button here, of the actual page, that'll give me the book and how it's laid out. If you'll notice, this is the book ready to be loaded with pictures. And earlier it asked if we wanted to load the pictures or do an autoflow. I particularly like the autoflow. It's easier, it's quicker. So let's go with autoflow, which is down on the bottom strip, and that will actually place the photos into the book as they were arranged in the event. So now if you notice on the top strip, you notice all those pictures are filled in. On the bottom strip, I just wanted to show you a few things here. There's a view that shows you the full spread of both pages, as you see now. You can also choose one page at a time. I particularly like the full spread, so we'll go with that. A slideshow, which we'll may do at the end, depending on time. If we have time to do that, it's always great to watch the slideshow. The theme, that's what we've chosen earlier on, the book type and the book layout. Background will give you options of different coloring for the background of the pictures. You can choose whichever you like is the best. That's a nice color, that a little bit darker, especially with the black and white photo. Layout is also a great option if you wanted to add more pictures to the particular layout that the autoflow provided. You can always add extra pages. There is an adjustment window, which we'll talk about when we get to the pictures, and then there's the settings, which actually allows you to change the font and the size of the lettering. So let's look at the actual book here. I'm going to click on the actual title. It named the title that came from the event from iPhoto, so I'm just going to keep Mountain Adventure. And I'm just going to change the subtitle to Fall 2012. One of the big things that's great about the photo book and iPhoto on your Mac is that you can adjust any picture that you like. When I click on the picture, you'll notice that it's outlined in blue, just as it is in the upper strip here. It gives me the option to zoom in, zoom out pictures. So I'm going to zoom in a bit on these bison, just so we can get a better picture of them. And if I just drag, click and drag, I can center that picture. So that gives a better picture for the photo book. The inside flap, because this is a hardcover book, you're going to have a covering on the book. So we're going to just name this Mountain Adventure again. And I'll just put a description. You can put ever how much description you'd like, but this would be certainly a short description of your book. We'll go with that. Now this particular picture is a little fuzzy. When I click on it, I have the option of, again, of zooming in and out and dragging and moving it, but I also have the option of changing any picture out in the book. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and click where I have the picture mode, and I'm going to find a picture that I may want to replace. I like this one here, so what I'm going to do is click on that picture, and then I'm just going to drag it down so that I can change out the picture in the book. And I like that picture a little bit better. So let's go back to the book mode. The first page on most books will give you an option to kind of a description of your book. You can put a description, maybe something that happened during the adventure, or just a sentence or two about what is special to you. Because this particular adventure was in mostly national parks, I'm going to put a quote from John Muir. He was, or is considered, the father of national parks. So we're going to go with a quote of his. In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks. And that again is John Muir. So that'll give us just a little title and description of your book. Now let's go to some of the pages. As you look at the pages, you can determine, is the layout of the pages the way I want it? Is it not the way I want it? You can change the direction of the pictures. This particular picture, all I do is click on the picture and drag, and that'll allow me to rotate those pictures. Let's say I wanted to change page to page, so I could drag and change the pictures on the page. It's very easy to do. It's very user-friendly. One of the great things also with this particular book is that I can insert a map of the adventures that were taking place in this particular book. So I would click on this picture. Let's say I wanted to put a map here. I'm going to go down to Layout, and I can choose Map Page. Then I will go and click on that map. That will load a map into the book. So I'm going to click on that map. I'm going to go ahead and title it. And I'm going to title it Travel Destination. That'll give me the title of the actual map. For places, I want to add some places into this. So since it was national parks, we're going to go ahead and put some national parks in here. So we'll go with Glacier National Park, which was traveled to. Just add to this. I'm going to put Bozeman, Montana, Yellowstone, and it'll pop up and allow you to choose from several options, so you don't usually have to type in everything that's in the name. Let's go Grand Tetons, and we'll add one more. Let's go with Cheyenne, Wyoming. And that'll give you a map of the destinations. Now let's say I wanted to show how I travel that particular destination. You can click here at the bottom and put Show Lines. So that gives you the map. It's all kind of things that you can do to make this book your own. And this is just several ways that you can create a book. It's titled, it's personal. The inside flap at the end shows the Apple logo, and then at the end of the book you can also insert the title here. I'm just putting the same thing that was in the beginning. So that is how you create an iBook. Let's go ahead and look at a slideshow, just a quick adventure. I hope this has really helped you in creating your own iPhoto book, and that you'll just make some lasting memories as you create a book.